Imagine this. You open up a sealed box of food, or you grab an apple that looks totally fine from the outside, but once you cut it open, boom, there's a worm inside. And you're like, how the heck did that get in there? The box was sealed tight. The fruit looked perfect. Did the worm just appear out of nowhere, or is there something going on that we don't see? In today's video, we break down the weird mystery behind how worms show up inside sealed packages or fruits that look completely untouched. And once you know the truth, you'll never look at your groceries the same way again. Let's start with this. The worm we find in fruit or inside food packages isn't always a true worm. Most of the time, it's a larva, the baby form of a bug like a fruit fly, a moth, or even a beetle. So how does that larva get inside a sealed thing or a fresh fruit? Here's the crazy part. The bug didn't sneak in after the box was sealed or the fruit was picked. It laid an egg inside the fruit way before that, usually while it was still growing on the tree or plant. Yup, you heard that right. Certain insects have super thin, needle-like parts that can poke into fruit and lay an egg deep inside without leaving any mark you'd even notice. The outside still looks smooth and clean, but the egg is hiding inside. Then, after a few days or weeks, that egg hatches into a larva, and the larva starts eating the fruit from the inside out. So when you finally open it, surprise, it was already in there long before it reached your kitchen. Now, what about sealed packages like rice, beans, flour, or pasta? Same basic idea, but with a twist. A lot of these products might already have tiny insect eggs on them before they even go into the bag or box. These eggs are called dormant eggs, and they're crazy small, way too small to see with your eye. They could be there from the farm, from processing, or even from the storage facility. And once the right conditions show up, like heat or humidity, boom, the eggs hatch and you end up with little larvae crawling around inside your sealed food. That doesn't mean the company did something wrong. It just means that nature is sneaky. Some eggs can survive high heat, dry air, and even long storage. And unless the food is completely sterilized, there's always a small chance one or to slip through. Same thing with fruits. Sometimes they get little tiny cuts or soft spots that bugs use to sneak in and lay eggs. Even washing the fruit doesn't always help if the egg is already inside the skin. So no, the worm didn't magically appear. It's not a glitch in the matrix. It's just nature doing its thing quietly while we're not paying attention. And actually, people back in the day used to believe that worms just came out of nowhere. They called it spontaneous generation. Like, they thought if you left meat out, worms would just grow out of it. But then, in the 1600s, a scientist named Francesco Redi did an experiment to prove that wasn't true. He took 3 pieces of meat, one uncovered, one covered with cloth, and one fully sealed. Guess what happened? The open one had maggots. The cloth one had bug eggs on top, and the sealed one, nothing. So he proved that bugs only show up if other bugs put eggs there first. Same thing with the fruit or sealed food in your house. The worm didn't just pop out of nowhere. The egg was already in there, just waiting for the right time to hatch. So what can you do to avoid this? First, wash fruits really well, especially ones you eat with the skin. Second, don't leave stuff out in warm or humid places. Third, if something smells off or looks weird inside, toss it. Don't risk it. At the end of the day, when you see a worm in your apple or your food box, don't freak out. It didn't break in. It's not magic. It was already there from the start, before the box was sealed or before the fruit even left the tree. Nature moves in silence, and sometimes we don't even notice. If you liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what is coming next. And if you've got a question that's been messing with your head, drop it in the comments. We might turn it into a full video.